Welcome to another video, guys. Today we're gonna be taking a look at all of the new Hunter cards that just got revealed. Some of them we already seen, but with the rest of them, now we're gonna have a full picture of what Hunter is gonna be working with. Hope you find the video helpful, and definitely check out my other card reveals if you want to be up to date to what new cards we're gonna be seeing in Across the Timeways. Now, let's get into the video.
You are not prepared!
Okay, so we have quite a few cards, and yeah, we already saw what Ranger General Sylvanas is gonna be. She will be the Fable card for the Hunter class, and she does definitely look pretty stacked. She does bring her two sisters, Ranger Captain Illyria, as well as Ranger Initiate Verisa, and all of those will be pretty powerful on their own. But also they get a lot powerful after each other. Depending on who you play first, you could get yourself 2 damage AoE 3 times, or you could discover yourself 3 spells, which definitely is probably the weakest out of the lot, or you can also buff all minions in your deck with +3/+3 if you played your Verisa last. But yeah, all around they all have some pretty decent synergies for the Hunter class, and they should be pretty good on their own, but also comboed off. The other card we also saw was the 2-mana 3/1 Beast, Arrow Retriever, Battlecry, draw until you have 3 cards, and this might actually be important for the Hunter class. I did notice we have some other synergies with such a thing with the rest of the cards, so maybe some hyper-aggro Hunter list might be in the future for the class, or at least the devs are thinking so. But yeah, this card might actually be a staple if that happens for Hunter, even though nowadays with Beast Hunter you rarely see the class with less than 3 cards for sure, so it might actually be not so usable as it used to be back in the day. Another legendary for the Hunter class would be King Maluk, and this is a 4-mana 5/6 beast. Battlecry, discard your hand, get an infinite banana. Oh my goodness, discard your hand? I guess. I mean, that is gonna help you draw cards with the rest of the stuff. With the previous beast we just saw, but really? Is that gonna be worth it? Yes, the infinite banana basically gives a minion +1/+1, but it also costs you 1 mana, so I don't know. This is gonna stay in your hand forever, but is the payoff really worth it? I would not like to think so. It is a 4-mana 5/6, however, so if you get this randomly somehow, that'd be kinda cool. But of course that's gonna be without the banana, so it's just gonna be vanilla stats. I don't know, it does look like an interesting card, but I think the trade-off is a little bit too much. Another past, present, future location joins Hearthstone, and this one is gonna be with Silvermoon. Deal 5 damage to a random enemy minion, and this advances to the present, where you are gonna be dealing 5 damage to a random enemy minion. Excess hits the enemy hero. And the last one hits the lowest health enemy, and again excess hits the enemy hero, so all around this will be a nice little way to remove stuff from the board, but it's random, and the last 2 charges do deal some face damage, but sitting at 4 mana, I'm not sure this is gonna be good enough. If it was a 3 mana location, that would have been great for something like Beast Hunter and such, but sitting at 4, a little bit too balanced for today's Hearthstone in it. The new 1 mana 1/3 Quel'dorei Fletcher is gonna have your hero power cost 0 while your hand has 3 or less cards, so another positive for having less than 3 cards. It's kinda cool. You could just tempo this guy on turn 1 and still feel good about it. And technically on turn 1, this thing allows you to do a free hero power, guys. Like, that is actually kinda powerful. 1 free statted minions generally have been pretty good for Hearthstone across the years, and I think this card would be a staple for the Hunter class on so many levels. Aside from Beast Hunter, of course, where this might mess up things like Fetch, things like City Chief Esho, and so on and so forth, but all around this would be a pretty nice thing to be doing. If you're going first, you will be able to do a hero power straight out. If you're going second, not so much, but with the help of the coin, you still might. There's also this cool, interesting new spell, 2 mana Precise Shot, deal 3 damage. If this is exactly in the center of your hand, deal 5 instead. So Hunter, like his uglier sister Demon Hunter, is gonna start actually having to manage their hand in a way instead of outcasting to bring this card into the middle somehow. And this card, if you have 3 cards, needs to be your second card. If you have 5, it needs to be the third, and so on and so forth. It's not gonna work if you have a even number of cards. But it's kinda interesting. Dealing 2 extra damage definitely would be a nice little payoff, and sitting at 2 mana, this is basically a Mind Blast, but you get to actually choose who to deal the damage to. It's a cool burn spell, definitely could make its way into some hyper-aggro Hunter, and it does seem like that is the way this expansion is nudging Hunter to go for. Next card is the 3 mana Wormhole, and this one looks interesting. It does have the rewind on it, and it summons a random 3-cost beast. it attacks a random enemy, and you get to choose to rewind it, both either if the beast is super small or if it attacked the wrong enemy. But yeah, this is kinda cool. There are some pretty weak free mana beasts in Hearthstone right now, but there's also things like Mukla, so this could have quite the huge payoff. But yeah, all around there's actually quite the nutty stuff you could be getting. Like, you could get yourself a workhorse, like I said, Mukla's in there. Gorm the World Eater is also in here, but he will be dormant, so he ain't attacking shit. Floppy Hydra could be somewhat interesting, but we also have some battle cries like Ancient Stegodon, like Grazing Stegodon, so it could flop, but King Mukla is also in there, so at least you have that big payoff. These are all the free mana beasts right now, so I guess the new expansion might also have some of those, which I haven't paid attention to just yet. From the neutrals, we have the new free mana free 12, but that one is also gonna be dormant for a while. So yeah, for now I'm not sure how good this is gonna be. There are a few high rolls, but plenty more low rolls out of this. With the rewind still, you're probably unlikely to get something really nutty, so I'm not really sure people are gonna run this card unironically. The next card looks pretty interesting. It's a 6 mana free 4 beast, and this thing has Rush, Elusive, and summon a copy of this battle cry. This would be pretty nutty with the 5 mana +2/+2 on all of your beasts. It could also be interesting with City Chief Esho, but other classes do this so much better, like Death Knight with the hand buff strategies will be doing this so much better. I'm not sure if this thing would be a card that fits into Beast Hunter, for instance, because it kind of makes sense to just slap it in there, but that deck is already pretty efficient as is. And this would be something of a somewhat safety net at the end if the RC Rampage did not get the trick done. So I'm not really sure if this card really is going to be that amazing and something like that, but it definitely does look pretty powerful and it could have its moments. Maybe it's gonna be a part of a bigger Beast Hunter altogether instead of the small Beast Hunter we have right now, so yeah, maybe a new archetype might fit better for this one. The second to last card is a 2 mana mech, a 1/1 ticking time bomb. Death Rattle, destroy a random enemy minion. A lot of mechs in this expansion, no magnetic though, so that's kinda odd. That was kinda the whole shtick of these mechs and whatnot, but it is what it is. This one having a hard removal like that, kinda cool. Didn't this thing used to be a free mana, by the way? Back in my day, it used to be a free mana 2/2, wasn't it? Yep, there you go, free mana 2/2 Spider Bomb. But it had magnetic, destroy a random enemy minion. That was a pretty cool card, not gonna lie, but this one I guess also is kinda okay. I guess some kind of Death Rattle Hunter might abuse this one, or something like the Neri Hunter, cause that one does have the double trigger guy in there. That might be okay-ish, but a little bit too much work for the effect for nowadays, I think. And the last card for today is actually a secret. It's a 2 mana, obviously. Untimely Death. Secret, when a friendly minion dies, the turn after being played, resummon it. So basically, if you play a minion this turn, and you have this secret up, and next turn the opponent kills it, this secret is gonna bring that minion back, which is kinda cool. Like, imagine using this in something like, let's say the Haywire module Ziliax, the 5/7 that doubles up its attack. The opponent tries to kill it, this thing pops it back up, and now you still have yourself a 10 damage Ziliax ready to start clapping. This might actually really open up the hyper-aggro hunter I was thinking about from all of these cards. So yeah, I think this secret might actually be pretty cracked. So that's about it for all the hunter cards. Hyper-aggro definitely sounds like is the way to go for a hunter from this expansion, and we are kind of seeing a pattern here. Like Priest is getting pushed back to Control Priest, Paladin is getting pushed back to mid-range, Death Knight is being pushed up, Death Knight broken stuff. So yeah, kind of cool seeing the classes going back to their roots. I, for one, believe this is kind of a good thing. Like, people have been wondering what the hell is happening with class identity lately. Seems like most of the classes have some class identity crisis, not gonna lie. But yeah, with card buckets like this, I think Hearthstone might get back to its former glory. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and I will keep on giving you top quality Hearthstone content. Thanks for watching. I'm Kris05, and I'll see you in my next video or stream.